back, everybody. I am here to give you some little tips and some stuff to prepare for the PSO2 New Genesis full beta coming up here in about 10 or so days, give or take, at the time you are watching that video. And as someone who ended up putting in almost 30 hours into the cold beta for the last one we had in JP, I am here to hopefully help you get the most out of the beta. Some of the stuff I'm excited for, some stuff you probably should be excited for as well. And that is what we are going to discuss today in the video. And if you find that video helpful in any way, shape, or form, make sure you do the like, favorite, subscribe, hit all the bell, do the thumbs up, do comments, you know what to do. And also, while you are doing that, don't forget I will be streaming the new Genesis beta all weekend long from May 14th to the 16th, and probably only sleeping like 2 hours. And we will be doing it here on YouTube, starting around the time of launch, which I believe is 6 p.m. Central Standard. I need to double check that. I will have it on screen when the actual time is. Also, if you want to support the channel any more, so don't forget about our wonderful sponsor today, my Patreon. So feel free to hit that up below and get a whole bunch of perks as well. A link's in the description, so let's get into this and let's talk about some new Genesis as Luna trying not to fall off or chill. So starting off, the fourth thing to keep in mind that beta will have a level cap up level 15, but do not feel like you are needing to get all the way up to level 15 because realistically you're only going to get to roughly around level 10 without doing some heavy grinding, since the majority of enemies you will stumble across will be only level 10 outside of a few little war bosses that will pop up every now and again, which is also meant for doing more co-op activity to take them down. And in return, hopefully you don't feel like you need to hit 15, because honestly you truly don't, at least not in the beta anyway. And if you would hit that, I bet a whole bunch of grinding just because of the level that most of the enemies are in the game. So pretty much just start off, enjoy the leveling process. Looking around, learning your environment is honestly the best tip I can give you for leveling. But if you do want to get your hands on a whole bunch of extra experience, there is a way to do it, such as doing some of the client orders and also taking part in some of the tutorial style classes, such as teaching you how all the classes work and whatnot. And by doing so, you will get your hands on a little bit of extra. But with that being said, you can easily get to level 10 without having to worry too much about client orders, at least up front anyway. And the next thing I want to give you a little tip on, if you are running around outside of Central City and you stumble across some little look like mining areas, you can break them open with just doing damage with whatever weapon your character have. So no needing to get your hands on a pickaxe or anything. And if you see these scattered about, I highly recommend actually farming them, since a lot of the items will be used later on to actually limit break and upgrade your weapon, and as well as doing some multi-weapons as well. So if you see these, make sure you grab them and hold on to them for when you are ready to start upgrading your equipment. And as you're running around, something else to keep an eye out for is some red crates. The crates are scattered all over the place and very much there to inspire you to do a lot more traveling around, a lot more exploring, and trying to figure out how to get up to some of the more harder reach areas in the map. But by collecting these, you can get your hands on anywhere from 5 to 10,000 Meseta, which will come in handy going back to leveling your equipment. As well, you will see some scattered around that will have a shield on it, which is fairly simple to take care of. All you have to do is once you examine the crate itself, you will have a few little robot style thing pop off of it, and all you have to do at that point is destroy all of them, and the shield will drop and give you the Meseta, and as well as giving you some higher level items such as units and weapons. So if you see these, make sure you do these as well, especially if you are trying to upgrade your equipment. And speaking of equipment, equipment is important, not just because of the normal MMO style that we have here and the stats that come with them. It's also important because of the combat power that will come with every single item that you can equip onto your character, which in return, the higher battle power you have on your character, the more opportunity you're going to have to take advantage of a certain stuff in the beta, such as taking on the origin quests that will pop up every now and again throughout the beta, since it will have a cap, as well as more stuff in the game as we get into release. We'll have a lot of quests that tied to the level cap of your combat power. So make sure you keep an eye on it and making sure you're upgrading your equipment. Any of the equipments are low level, they are still will be helpful to actually get you up to the battle power level cap. And then if you want to test out your skills and get any more items in Maceta, you can take part in Cocoons. These are very similar to the shrines such as a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild that will be scattered throughout the distant areas in the game. And your mag, lucky enough, will give you a heads up whenever you get too close to one of these, and in return will start scanning and let you know one is nearby. And these are, once again, contained little dungeon with multiple side mission tied to it. Might it be from you doing a straight platforming area to taking out bosses, or killing a certain enemies in a certain time frame while collecting items. These are a lot of little things you can do, and a lot of little things to break up the monopoly of running around just killing the same monsters over and over again, especially for the beta. And in return, you can also test out your skills and your equipment inside of the Cocoons for some fairly decent rewards. And there you have it. There is some little tips to keep in mind for the cold beta as we get closer and closer to the full release, and also some of the light will be helpful for when we get said full release in June. So if you found it helpful in any way, shape, or form, make sure you do the like, favorite, subscribe, hit all the bell, do some comments, let me know how excited you are for a new Genesis. And also, don't forget, I will be streaming once again here on YouTube starting on May 14th, running all the way through the beta. More than likely going to be like a 30 to 40 hour stream with a few little cat naps here and there. So make sure you're joining me for that, and as well as I will try my best to be on Ship 1. So if you got in the beta and you want to join me, hopefully we can all get into Ship 1 over there. And with that, that would do it for me. Luna haven't fell off or chill yet, surprisingly. And I will go ahead and see you all in the comments. Welcome to the end, everybody. Thank you all for watching that video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully if you find more video enjoyment over here on the corner of the screen, make sure you check them out. Also, I like to give a big thank you to my Patreons listed below, and a special shout out to Kyle Brower for joining the Tier 4 shout out. So if you want to get your hands on some of this and a whole bunch of awesome stuff, make sure you check it out on patreon.com/Maconn. And with that, see you in the comment for real. Bye.